Is there a failure story that you have where in hindsight you're like, that was a darn good lesson, but in the moment you're just like, ah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many that I have because I have failed constantly and spectacularly in many, many things throughout my lifetime, as most of us have. But I will tell you this one story. And I talk about this a lot when I speak in public. I ran my own ABA business, SDE Consultants, for 15 years. I was so proud of the work that we did and our relentless focus on clinical quality. Most behavior analytic businesses are founded by behavior analysts. We fundamentally know that we want to help other people. We want to increase people's quality of life. We're committed to the idea that our science is all about doing things of social significance. What are things that we are not necessarily qualified to do? Finances, business operations. My failure story is that I had such a great focus on clinical quality and training processes and performance-based pay and all of this great OBM and behavior analysis work that we were doing. I didn't spend time building up my skill set and my repertoires to really understand the financial metrics that I needed to be paying attention to in my business, to really understand some of the operational components of my business that I needed to be more involved in. And as a result, I almost lost my business a number of years ago. And it was really, really hard for me to ask for help. And it was really hard for me to admit, gosh, these are not skills that I have in my repertoire, and I need to work with other people. I need to seek mentorship. I need to seek training if I want to be able to save my organization. A few of the people that I sought out help for my business was one, a retired CFO that offered some consultation and helped us build out some budgets and projections, a great accounting firm. I am still very deeply connected to my accountant. She receives a Christmas card from me every year and many, many hugs when we were allowed to do that. And also an awesome bookkeeper. I don't want to keep track of my receipts, and I find this really boring, but I understand the value of this, and so I made sure that I identified someone that really loved doing that. So those are just a couple key people that I needed to bring onto my team to make sure that we were doing our due diligence from the financial aspect. And so I think it's so important to share and talk about this because it's really easy in our field, I think, for us to put people on a pedestal. Pun intended, I'm sitting on a pedestal right now, but I want to be able to be vulnerable and knock myself down a couple notches to let all of you business owners know, especially those of you that are behavior analysts that again have come into this field because of your great passion for trying to serve others and really again help improve the quality of lives for the recipients of your service. We don't know everything. Spoiler alert, you might need help. And you might fail like I did and almost lose your business because you were focused on the things that you had skills in and not realizing the other things that matter just as much, because organizational health goes, the clinical piece and the business piece go hand in hand, and you have to have both in order to have long-term sustainability. So my failure story is I sucked at understanding finances. I almost lost my business as a result of it. But even though it was really, really challenging for me, and there were months and months and months where I was like, I don't even know if I should be doing this anymore, I was able to seek out the training, seek out the mentorship, seek out expertise, and our business was able to kind of rise out of the ashes. It's like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. And we really did a much better job of being able to look at both the clinical quality of what we're doing and understand that relationship and that synergy that's needed with the finance and operation. And then we were really running on all cylinders. But without that failure experience, I don't think that I would have been able to really get STE to the point that we were able to successfully execute a sale to Kadient Behavioral Health. And that's one thing that I've learned over years and years of doing this is often it's your greatest mistakes that really, really yield the best skill sets and skill building in the long term.